Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I've done a video. It always is. I stay busy. Same old thing, guys, as always. But anyway, wanted to show you this 1987 Suburban that I drug home today. This thing was overgrown with weeds. You couldn't even hardly see it. We had a hell of a time getting this thing on the trailer. But I found it. I also bought a little Vega GT today. It's not at my house. It was up in 10 Mile, and I've got a lot of stuff to do today. I did not have time to run back and forth. The lady's actually got several I'm interested in, but she done talked to some guy on them. He's supposed to come back, you know, kind of that song and dance. She really wants rid of them, so she said if he don't show up by this weekend, she might sell them to me. He's supposed to have been picking them up for quite some time. I was trying to lay down my little clipboard, but anyway, this is an 87 Suburban, like I said. When I bought it, my intentions were to make that 86 over there an 87, use the motor, wire and harness, computer, everything out of this Suburban and put it in that 86, and it would be just like an 87 truck. I've done that before, and I just love these throttle body motors. A lot of people don't like them. They just don't understand them. They're real simple machines. They've got a coolant temperature sensor that gives a lot of issues. The ignition modules are kind of problematic. Sometimes you might have a few ground issues with them, but really one of the most simple, basic, and reliable fuel injection systems that GM ever built. I really like these throttle body the 87s, the 88 to 94 and early 95. They were all throttle bodied. So again, just the early 90s and 80s GM throttle bodies. Again, one of my favorite fuel injection systems. So anyway, this was, I passed up the emblem here. So it's kind of neat. It's called a Rustler by Regency Vans. So this is another one, guys. Just kind of like the 87 I just got rid of. I sold that truck, by the way. Hated to sell it, but cool guy bought it, and he's going to fix it up for his son. That's a long story. Maybe I'll tell you that in another video. But this was a really nice 87 Suburban. I don't know that you could have gotten one any nicer. Got power seats. This steering wheel's kind of nifty. Regency Vans. So this was part of the custom package, and I just popped a. Oh, okay, that's supposed to do that. I thought I knocked that out of its hole, but anyway, that's supposed to move. That's your horn button. So that's kind of a neat steering wheel, something I've never seen before. This thing was just decked out in its day. There's all kinds of wood trim and stuff that used to be, I guess, all around in here. Really unique seats. I don't think you'd ever find another seat to take its place. Maybe if you found a conversion van or something, maybe get some seats out of it. Someone has stolen the gauges. Really pisses me off, because not only did they get the gauges, they cut the damn wires. Not all of them, but some of them, which sucks. That may actually be, maybe that's some speaker wires. I'm looking at the colors. I think it might be speaker wires. Yeah, so here's the gauge wires. Okay, so not a big deal. Still aggravating. I don't know why people want to just cut everything, but it is what it is. So someone's already been picking at this thing just a little bit. Like I said, when I first bought it, I didn't really care, simply because it was going to be a parts vehicle for me. But the more I look at it, it's cool. It's definitely different and unique. Those wheels are hideous. But it's got a nice front bumper with bumper guards. Most everything's still under the hood. Kind of the same thing under here, guys. The fan shroud's gone. They've got some kind of janky battery in here that I'm going to unhook. Oddly enough, that battery still has juice. I turned the switch on and the motor turned over. So that was a surprise. Have no idea if the motor runs. Supposedly it did when it was parked, and they have no idea why it was parked. The guy that owned it died, and it's been sitting for quite some time. I think the tag said 2019. But like I said, I can hit the switch right now, and it'll turn over. I don't know if the air and stuff works. Radiator cap's gone. Who knows, guys? I'll get out here one of these days. Hopefully here soon, because it's right in front of my garage. I got to get it moved. This tire's flat. I aired it up. It's already gone flat, so I'll have to find a roller, maybe just a whole set of steel wheels, and just throw on it for now. I've got some that I know hold air good. 3 of these were flat. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I'm going to unhook that battery. crazy that thing's been hooked up all this time and has not went dead yet. So it is a 350. Again, I'm on the fence. I don't know if I want to part this thing out or just fix it, lower it, throw some torque thrust wheels on it. The interior is going to be a big headache for somebody. The interior is destroyed. They left the 2 doors open on the driver's side all these years for some reason. I have no idea why. Looks like a dog's got in there and chewed that seat up or something. But anyway, those 2 doors had been left open. It's mildewy inside. It can be cleaned up. Again, find an old conversion van, get the seats out of it. It would kind of fit the theme here. But this thing, I feel like it would just be so cool if a man just Scotch-Brighted the whole thing and just re-cleared it. I don't know. It's just different. Yeah, it's got a pretty crazy roof rack on it. Looks like there's a jar. Yep, there's a glass jar up there that somehow made it all the way to my house on a trailer. But what a headache this thing was to get on a trailer. We had a heck of a time. And guys, I try to watch my language. I had somebody get upset with me because I said a cuss word or two. A lot of times I don't even realize I'm saying it. I apologize if I offend you. I really don't mean to. However, if that sort of thing offends you, I would advise you just to unsubscribe from my channel. Again, it's not something I try to do. It just kind of comes out sometimes. It is what it is. But really good ender fenders. That motor, if it, supposedly ran good, all the front assemblies there, all the cruise control stuff's there, everything's there. I could just take it apart and stick it right there in that 86, and I've got a fuel injected 86 that's going to be just like an 87. You'd never know the difference if you didn't look at the title. So I don't know, really good front clip, pretty good grill. It's got some cracking there in the middle, but as far as it's not broken anywhere. Again, a really nice bumper and bumper guards. It's got a good sport bumper on it. It's got a bend or 2 in it. Nothing crazy, but it would look really good on a patina truck. It's not, again, not perfect, but it don't have the impact strip on it like a lot of the Suburbans do. Good receiver hitch, I guess somebody wanted it. It's got barn doors. Everybody wants the barn doors in the Suburbans. I have another one of these with barn doors. It's a 88 or 9 square body Suburban with the barn doors. It's got like a wind visor here, I guess for the exhaust or whatever. That's what it was for on my wagon. I don't know what its purpose is on this Suburban. But again, just a pretty cool old time capsule. Call it a time capsule. It's definitely not survived. It looks like it was taken really good care of at some point or another, and maybe they just stopped caring. Maybe whenever the guy that got it, he just sort of drove it. I don't know, but its setting, as long as it did with those 2 doors open, didn't do it any justice at all. I really hate that they took the gauges out, but again, I've got gauges. Look at that old console. Pretty neat piece. It's not like I'd ever use it, more than likely, but this thing is solid. The rockers are solid, the floors are solid. I was under it earlier, hooking my J hooks and stuff to it, trying to get it on the trailer. Super solid old Suburban. This thing, I think, would be so cool lowered on some wheels. But what would you do? Would you just part it out? I think that would probably be the easiest thing to do, but I hate to. It's just such a neat piece, and it's made it this long. I hate for me to be the guy that jerks it apart, and it's titled in my name, so I will have a clear Tennessee title to this. It was a bill of sale vehicle. They'd lost all the titles, and so they done a bill of sale. I didn't have any issues with that, so I should get a title on it next week. So kind of factor that in. Would you fix it, part it out? What would you do? Also, here's Tim Dixon's little Corvette. That thing's so cool. I got to put a motor in it. There's my OBS sitting back there, looking at me kind of sideways, with grass growing up around it. I got to mow, got to weed eat when I get back. I got to build a transmission for that one. I've got a Suburban in the garage now that I got to put a 5.3 in. It's got a bad cam. Whole lot to do, guys. Stay tuned. I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next one. See you later.